Hi, welcome to Skulearn. We're the #1 personal growth platform for all young people worldwide. In this course series, we'll be learning about persuasion, psychology of persuasion, persuading with clarity, confidence, and integrity. By the end of this course, you will have the knowledge and confidence to influence others in a positive and ethical way. You will understand how people think and make decisions, and you will learn how to communicate your ideas with clarity and purpose. Most importantly, you will be able to use persuasion with honesty and integrity, building trust and strong relationships in every area of your life. Introduction. This course is about learning how to influence others clearly, confidently, and honestly. Persuasion is not about forcing people to agree with you. It is about helping them understand your ideas so they can make informed choices. In everyday life, we persuade people when we apply for jobs, lead teams, grow businesses, build relationships, or inspire change in our communities. When persuasion is used with integrity, it builds trust and creates lasting impact. This course will help you understand how people think, how to communicate your ideas effectively, and how to influence others in ethical and meaningful ways. Module 1, The Psychology of Persuasion. How people think, decide, and act. People do not make decisions based on facts alone. Most decisions begin with emotions and are later supported by logic. When someone feels safe, understood, and valued, they are more open to your ideas. There are 3 key elements that influence decision-making. 1. Emotions. People often decide based on how they feel. Feelings like trust, excitement, fear, or hope can shape their choices. 2. Beliefs and experiences. Past experiences and personal values guide how people see new ideas. And 3. Social influence. People are influenced by the opinions and actions of others around them. To persuade effectively, it is important to understand these factors. When you connect with people emotionally, respect their beliefs, and show social proof, your message becomes more powerful. Key takeaway: understanding how people think helps you communicate in a way that feels natural and respectful. Reflection point. Think about a recent decision you made. Was it driven more by emotions or by facts? How did that influence your final choice? Practice this persuasion in my life challenge. Choose a real-life situation, such as convincing a team to support a new idea. Write down the emotions your audience might feel, their possible beliefs or concerns, how others' opinions might influence them. Use this insight to draft a short persuasive message. Module 2, Influence versus Manipulation. Influence and manipulation may appear similar, but their intentions and outcomes are very different. Influence is honest and respectful. It allows people to make their own choices. Manipulation, however, involves deception, pressure, or hidden motives to control others. Ethical persuasion focuses on mutual benefit and long-term relationships. When you influence people with integrity, you build trust and credibility. Manipulation may bring short-term results, but it damages relationships and reputation over time. Consider this example. Encouraging a colleague or friend to adopt a more efficient process by explaining the benefits is influence. Hiding important information to force their agreement is manipulation. Key takeaway: true persuasion is rooted in honesty, transparency, and respect. Ask yourself, have I ever felt manipulated by someone? What behaviors caused me to feel that way, and how did it affect my trust in them? Now practice this. Think of a situation where you need to persuade someone. Write 2 approaches. 1. An ethical and transparent message. 2. A manipulative message. Compare the 2 and identify why the ethical approach is more sustainable. Module 3, Building Credibility and Trust. The foundation of persuasion. Credibility is the belief that you are trustworthy and capable. Without credibility, persuasion becomes difficult. People are more likely to listen to someone they trust and respect. Credibility is built through 3 main qualities. 1. Competence, showing that you understand the subject. 2. Character, demonstrating honesty and integrity. And 3. Consistency, acting reliably over time. Simple actions such as keeping promises, admitting mistakes, and communicating openly strengthen trust. Nonverbal behaviors, such as maintaining eye contact, listening attentively, and using a calm tone of voice, also enhance credibility. Key takeaway: trust is not built overnight. It grows through consistent and honest behavior. Ask yourself, what actions can I take in my daily life to strengthen the trust others have in me? Practice this. Create a personal credibility plan. List 3 strengths that enhance your credibility, 2 areas where you can improve, 1 action you will take this week to build trust. Module 4: Framing and Positioning Ideas. How you say something matters. Framing refers to how you present an idea. The same message can lead to different reactions depending on how it is expressed. When you frame your message in a way that connects with your audience's needs and values, it becomes more persuasive. For example, telling a team, "This change will reduce errors and make your work easier," is more effective than simply saying, "We need to change our process." Positive framing focuses on benefits and solutions rather than problems. Positioning involves aligning your idea with what matters most to your audience. When people see how your idea benefits them, they are more likely to support it. Key takeaway: the success of persuasion often depends on how the message is presented. Ask yourself, think about a time when the way a message was presented influenced your decision. What made it effective or ineffective? Do this. Select a common scenario, such as proposing flexible working hours. Write 2 versions of the message. 1. A neutral or negative frame. 2. A positive and benefit-focused frame. Compare the impact of each version. Module 5: Emotional versus Logical Persuasion. Balancing facts and feelings. Effective persuasion balances emotion and logic. Emotional appeals capture attention and create connection, while logical arguments provide evidence and credibility. For instance, when proposing a community project, sharing a personal story about its impact creates emotional engagement. Presenting statistics and clear plans supports the idea with logic. When both elements are combined, the message becomes more compelling. Key takeaway: emotion inspires action, while logic justifies the decision. Ask yourself, in my communication, do I rely more on emotions or on facts? How can I create a better balance? Practice this. Prepare a short, persuasive speech about starting a new initiative at work or in your community. Include 1 emotional element, such as a story, 2 logical points, such as facts or benefits. Practice delivering the message aloud. Module 6: Handling Objections and Resistance. Turning no into understanding. Objections are a natural part of persuasion. When someone says no, it often means they need more information, reassurance, or time. Instead of reacting defensively, effective persuaders listen carefully and respond with empathy. Steps to handle objections include: 1. Listen actively without interrupting. 2. Acknowledge the concern to show understanding. 3. Clarify the issue by asking questions. 4. Respond with relevant information or solutions. 5. Confirm understanding and maintain respect. For example, if a colleague says, "This idea will take too much time," you might respond, "I understand your concern about time. Let's look at how this change could actually save time in the long run." Key takeaway: objections are opportunities to build trust and deepen understanding. Ask yourself, how do I usually respond when someone disagrees with me? What could I do differently to handle objections more effectively? Practice this. Think of a real-life situation where someone might resist your idea. Write down 1 possible objection, an empathetic acknowledgement, a clear and respectful response that addresses the concern. Module 7: Persuasion in Real Life. Work, business, leadership, and relationships. Persuasion plays an important role in many areas of life. In the workplace, it helps you present ideas, lead teams, and negotiate effectively. In business, it supports marketing, sales, and partnerships. In leadership, it inspires others toward a shared vision. In personal relationships, it fosters understanding and cooperation. Ethical persuasion strengthens connections and creates positive outcomes for everyone involved. When you communicate with clarity, confidence, and integrity, you become a trusted leader and collaborator. Key takeaway: Persuasion is not just a skill, it is a tool for building meaningful and lasting relationships. Ask yourself, which area of my life, work, business, leadership, or relationships, would benefit most from improved persuasion skills? And why? Practice this. Develop a real-life persuasion plan. Choose one area of your life and outline the situation where persuasion is needed, the audience you want to influence, the key message you will communicate, the emotional and logical elements you will include, how you will handle possible objections. As we conclude this journey, remember that persuasion is not about control, it is about connection. When you understand how people think, communicate with clarity, and act with integrity, you become a positive force in the lives of others. Persuasion used ethically builds trust, strengthens relationships, and inspires meaningful change. Whether you are leading a team, growing a business, or nurturing personal relationships, the ability to persuade with confidence and honesty will guide you toward lasting success. Before you choose a career, choose yourself. When you understand who you are and what you stand for, your voice becomes powerful, authentic, and impactful. Thank you for being part of the Skulearn community and for committing to becoming a responsible and inspiring influencer. If you have any question, feel free to write on the comment section. Visit the coach session on your Skulearn.com dashboard to access independent coaches and counselors. Also check the Skulearn digital store to get these books for further studies. Remember to give us a review on Google. Bye for now.